All right, so the question we just asked everybody in the chat is, what should the Titans focus on more, stopping Jonathan Taylor or disrupting quarterback Matt Ryan? Zach, what does the chat have to say about this one?
Let's see. Our guy Hibachi, who started watching it, probably the show a couple of months ago, said
a Titans Colts conversation recently,
right? Yeah, I think that was when Hibachi first jumped in the mix. JT going for 100, so he's not answering the question. He's just saying, "Hey, Jonathan Taylor's going to be hard to stop." Steven's saying you need to stop 28. So is Titans Kyle. Matt Ryan from Tighten Up, he says that's the guy to key on. Taylor from Andrew. Dominic says Taylor. JT from Jason. Taylor, Matt Ryan is Cheeks from Nate John, which is kind of funny. Eric says Matt Ryan. 2-8 from Stephen King. Stop JT. Stop JT, no question from Matthew. Disrupting Ryan coming in from Will Dotson Jr. Stopping Jonathan Taylor from Xavier. The name of the game, and this is from Jared, the name of the game, keep yours comfortable and make theirs uncomfortable. Get after Matt Ryan. That's a good comment right there,
man.
Jared.
That's so like intelligent. Like it's like a very knowledgeable type word. Prophetic, I guess, is what I'm trying to look for of how that sentence was structured. It's pretty funny there.
Austin, what do you think? Who should they stop first, JT or Matt Ryan?
So I think the team that wins this game is a team that makes the least mistakes. And Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry aren't players who typically make mistakes. And so I think the way that this game goes is in the flipping of the script. And when that happens is turnovers and by the quarterbacks. And so I think disrupting Matt Ryan is going to sway the tide, if you will. And so I think that is where you need to go, because you're seeing, as Eric says, Matt Ryan is a sitting duck. You're seeing Matt Ryan getting sacked 4 times a game on average. You're seeing him turn the ball over 1 time per game this season. So big momentum shifts. And if Bud Dupree can play, because Bud Dupree was a full participant in practice yesterday for the Titans, if he can play with Jeff Simmons, with Danico Autry, and Rashad Weaver, who has 3 sacks in the first 3 games, now you've got a front 4 that can really get after the quarterback and disrupt Matt Ryan to create your offense in a better situation. So I think disrupting Matt Ryan is what wins the football game. I mean, you can't allow Jonathan Taylor to do what Saquon Barkley did to you in the first game. So we have to understand, just because I'm saying Matt Ryan doesn't mean I think you can let Jonathan Taylor run wild. But you've got to be able to get after Matt Ryan and make him uncomfortable. That's how you win.
Well, you brought up the point that I was going to bring up. I agree with the chat, and overall the chat stopped Jonathan Taylor. Mine is stop Jonathan Taylor, and it is a little bit of chicken and the egg in that sense. I look and I say, if you looked at what Saquon Barkley did in the second half, knowing that Saquon Barkley was the Giants' best player, it wasn't Danny Dimes or Sterling Shepard or Galloway. There wasn't any of those guys. It was one man. It was Saquon Barkley. And he single-handedly, a busted coverage helped them with Sterling Shepard, right? The busted coverage. That was a defensive flaw. Other than that, that's only 7 points, though. And other than that, the reason why the Giants had the opportunity to come back into the game, take the lead, convert on their 2-point conversion instead of, unlike the Raiders, was all because of their best player. And the Titans couldn't stop their best player. And so I think the same way. Daniel Jones is kind of like Matt Ryan. The Giants' offensive weapons are kind of like the Colts' offensive weapons. Michael Pittman Jr. is probably better than the rest. But Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley. If you stop Jonathan Taylor and prevent him from killing you, I think the Titans win the game. I actually don't even think it comes down to the turnovers. What you said is absolutely correct in any sport. You make mistakes that are costly, you're probably going to lose, right? That's pretty obvious.